Hey, what's going on these back roads and these paved streets? My name is Keisha and I am a homesteader. Today I will be doing a breakdown of what I have in my get home bag, to go bag, survival bag. I mean, I've heard it called all kinds of things. It's basically a 72-hour bag that you use in case of an emergency. Me myself, I think that a lot of people go overboard with these bags. It is a get home bag, not take your whole home with you bag. This bag is for people that may have mobility problems or people that are just like me that are not going to carry 200 pounds on their back. We're not doing all of that.
This week's giveaway is a survival bag, and I will be telling you how to win this bag later on in the video. It should be pretty easy to win it since I only have a few subscribers.
This is my bag. It is literally the size of my shoe. So I'm just going to go through and break down what everything is and what it's used for. Let's start with the first set. First things first is we have a pair of gloves, and that's, I think, self-explanatory. You may need to take your hands. Mosquito bracelet that's going to go on my arm. This here is a bandana, and it's very bright, so you can use this to signal. It shows you the different paw prints to identify. If you see a print, you'll know whether it's a bear or fox or whatever print you are seeing. It also shows you how to make different traps and shows you how to make knots, as well as it lets you know what to do if you encounter any of these animals. I have a mirror, and it's also for signaling. So maybe the orange one would be for the daytime, and this one right here would be more of an evening thing. If the lights, say it was a helicopter and you want to try to catch their light, to let them know that you are in the area so that you can be rescued. The magnifying glass. And what I would use this for is have to use cheaters to read something. I personally would prefer to pack this up because glasses break and you don't have to worry about this breaking. You can bend it, it's very flexible. I just have a piece of paper just in case I need to leave, a note. I also have a pen in case I need to write, again, a note. And this pen is a pen, and it's also a glass breaker. Here's a very, very small pencil, again, in case I need to write a note. I have two different writing options. This right here is pepper spray, and this actually doesn't need an introduction, really, because we all know what we need pepper spray for. You may need this for humans or maybe like an animal. I don't know how good it will do, but hey, it's better than nothing. This may be one you have not heard of before, but this is a bell, and it's basically like an alarm system. It's letting me know that an animal is in close proximity. Attach this to the line, that way I can hear the bell go off. If there's any predators near the area, it will trigger, especially if it walks across, it will trigger that line, and then this will alert you that something is on the line. Next, you would need lighting. So what I have is I have a lighter. Around my lighter, I have fish wire and electrical tape wrapped around it. What we have here is a lint. You can use it as a fire starter. So you just light it on fire, and it already has been soaked in petroleum jelly. Lighter was to get damaged. You can use these. They are waterproof matches. So even if they get wet, they'll still strike. And you can also use it for cooking. Another lighting source is I have and I don't have it put together, but it is a headlamp. And I have 3 sets of batteries just in case it goes dead. 3 sets of batteries should last me 3 days. I probably wouldn't be doing much night walking anyway, but that's just me. I would use the glow stick either or to put them on my pets so that I can know where they are, or I would use the glow sticks for lighting my way. Say you had to leave camp, right? And you needed to use the restroom or something, and you wanted to maybe light your way. So you do like the Hansel and Gretel effect and just snap them and leave a trail, like a little breadcrumb, in order to get back to where you set camp up. So glow sticks will come in handy as well. For food, I use these pouches right here. They're very small, compact, and they do have a lot of food in there. For me, I guess it's your own personal preference. And I have several of these in different varieties. Also have beef jerky. It is very compact and it gives you a great source of protein. I have broth packages. What I would use broth for is you can maybe get a couple of herbs, especially if you can recognize different herbs, and you can make a broth. Just add water, and really this by itself you could do, but just to spice it up, you may want to add different vegetations that you see that are edible. This is a spoon. It also has a whistle on it and a knife with a bottle opener and fish scale. So you can scale the fish, cut them up, and eat. Can opener. Maybe someone in your camp, or if you go to a store and maybe want to buy some canned goods to go with your items that you're eating, a can opener would come in handy. This is a very small one. Next, I have a pan, and this is just a pan that you can maybe boil water, or you can make a dinner like that broth I was telling you. You could just add a little water in here. It's just an aluminum pan. It came from the dollar store, and I just folded it up. You don't have to put a whole pot in your bag. You can just think outside of the box. And this was a secondary, which is a thick, this aluminum foil is thick. And basically you would just use this to cook on. If you wanted to fry something or something like that, you can use this aluminum foil. It's folded up, but it's a pretty large piece of aluminum foil. You definitely are going to need water if you're out for 3 days, and especially if it's a warmer month. So what I have is these water pouches. They're light and compact, but now let me say this, because I live down south, and down south we have plenty of water sources. Even when it's a drought, you have rivers and lakes and things like that, so you can even probably get some water from a couple of ditches. So with that being said, this is all I need to pack. I promise you I'm going to find water. To stay hydrated, just a couple of little hydration packs. Now this right here is a life straw, and I would probably keep it around my neck. If you come across water, it's supposed to filter out 99.9% of germs. You can go to any stream or river or any water source. I've heard that you can even use a toilet. I don't know. I hope I never get that desperate. Another way to drink water that you may feel it might be a little suspect, you can put these tabs in your water if you go up to a lake or stream or some kind of water source that you come across, and you would put these tablets in there, and I think you have to wait. I want to say it was 8 minutes, but I would wait I'm going to give it a good 20, 30 minutes and let it do its thing. And then you're able to drink water using these as well. I also have a coffee filter. So even if you get water and you boiled it and you put the tabs in there, it may still have a little debris. So I have several different coffee filters so that I can use it in order to filter out any rocks or anything that may be in the water that I don't want going down my throat. These right here are basically flavor packs, and you can add it to your water. After a while, you're gonna get tired of drinking water, and maybe you'll want a little flavor. You just open them up, put them in your water, shake your water or stir it, and you're good to go. Next up is instant coffee packs. You boil your water and you just basically, just like the flavors, you just open it up and pour it in there and you have coffee. Now me per se, I'm not a big coffee drinker. I'm actually not a coffee drinker at all. So I would probably use this as a bartering tool. But because a lot of people probably are not thinking I probably need to pack a little coffee, I get a little antsy if I hadn't had it after a while. And they will see this as liquid gold. So I would pack a little coffee if you can fit it in your bag. If not, if you don't drink it, then leave it out. Also, if you're gonna pack coffee, these are creamer packages. So basically you would put the creamer package in there, powder creamer, And do not forget the sugar. I don't know. I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't know if I should have put sweet and low or if I should have used sugar. So, but anyway, this is to sweeten it. Whatever you use to sweeten it, you would put it in your bag as well. Whether it's sweet and low or sugar. The next topic is hygiene. I know if you're trying to survive, hygiene is probably going to be the last on your list. But there are a couple of things in here that you probably want to use, such as toilet paper. And we all know we're going to need it. These are washcloths. They're like the ones that you would use, they would use like in the hospital to wipe you down and things like that. Deodorant. I have a little small tube of deodorant just so you don't scare away the animals, or you might want to. These are to-go wipes, so basically flush wipes or something like that. I just throw them in here. I mean, they fit. Also have feminine wipes, which men can use too. I've used men deodorant, so I know y'all can use our wipes. Sunscreen. If you're going to be out for 3 days walking, you would definitely need sunscreen. And another thing you would probably need would be some kind of hat gear. While I'm filming, it is summertime, but you would basically need a hat to just shade your face a little bit. Try to keep the sun off of you. This is bug repellent lotion, sanitizer. Use some of that right now. Oh, this not good. Toothbrush that folds out and that you can use and brush your teeth with, and then fold it back up. So it's kind of compact and it keeps it clean by it being inside of this case. Toothpaste, dishwashing liquid, and you can use it to clean out that pan that I showed you. These two are bonuses. This soap repels mosquitoes, ticks, and fleas. You take a bath with it and you should be protected. The cloth that it comes with, you can use it as a rag. I would keep the soap in there maybe and just wash up with it. But this is also a bonus. Dogs, this is what you would put it down the line of their back in order to keep ticks and fleas off of them, to protect them. I think it's up to 3 or 4 months or something like that. I would put this on my clothing to keep bugs off of me. So between the bar soap, the lotion, the mosquito band, should be able to keep all bugs off of you. I got one more thing, but it's in my fanny pack, so I'll show it to you later. Next is our shelter. Because I have animals, and most of the time when you have animals, the shelters will not allow your pets to go in, and I'm not going in if my pet can't go in. So we both outside. I have a tent here, and fits 3 people because I have animals. I have 2. I have a cat and I have a dog, and we're all gonna have to get in the tent together. I like this one because 3 people should be fine. This should be enough room for us 3. This is my live blanket, and you can stand down. Stand down. You can basically use this as cover. And what I would use paracord for is, I'm pretty sure that they have cord in those tents, but if the trees and things that I need to attach it to are a little longer than what they provided, this would be a great option. This is a roll of duct tape, and I would use duct tape if my tent or something got torn. You could just tape it up. This is a sleeping bag. Of course, you're going to use it to sleep in. So you would have your tent, your cover, and your sleeping bag as well. I have nails, and what I would use nails for in this case with the shelter is maybe staking the tent down. And especially if you get 3 or 4 inch nails, then you could stake the tent down pretty good. I'm pretty sure it has stakes in it. And then also, when you're running the cords, the ropes, maybe it's not enough, you don't have enough cord to wrap all the way around the tree. You can also take a nail and tap it in to that paracord and keep it in place. On the outside of the bag, I have zip ties, and it's also for the shelter. You might want to zip tie the edges, because I know a lot of times they sell us the stuff and it doesn't really last, especially with high winds. A trick is you just wrap the edge around a rock and maybe put some tape around it, then put the zip tie and then we'll run the cord from there. So I have a knife, and it is helpful for cutting paracord with it. You can use it as self-defense. If you needed to open up something, you can use the knife for it as well. Also on the other side, I have a multi-tool, and it is a hammer and axe. It also has a fish scale, a saw, a hex, a wrench, a screwdriver, and a flathead. A wire cutter. This thing is, when I say multi-tool, it's a multi-tool. You can use the hammer for staking down your tent. You can also use the hammer in self-defense if you needed to, and the axe as well. The axe you can use to chop up some little firewood or something like that. And you can saw the firewood if you need to. Maybe you would need a crutch. And with these nails, you can make a makeshift crutch. You would need a tree that's shaped like a Y, and then get another branch, saw it to the height you would need, and then you can pop these nails at the top when you cut the piece of wood to go across each of the Y, the tips of the Y. I'm gonna have to put a video up to explain that one. I think I butchered that explanation. With communication, we already discussed the paper and pencil, but I also have a radio, and it has a light on there as well, so that's another lighting source. You can, well, I don't know. Hey, let me ask you a question. Did they cancel Noah? I heard they canceled Noah. Is that, let me know, because if they cancel Noah, I guess we don't even need these things anymore. Clothing. You will need a shirt, pant, extra pair of socks, underwear. These underwear are menstruation underwear, and you can maybe use a dish soap and just scrub them out and hang them up and reuse them. I would put 2, and that's what I have in here. Also, you can use a dish, and you can wash it out. You would pack underwear anyway, so that's not taking up any extra space. But this right here keeps you from having to pack pads, tampons. Just pack the dish and the underwear, and you'll be fine. This is a raincoat, and it's a heavy duty raincoat. But if you don't have enough space for it, hold on, because I got another option. Then you can use a trash bag and cut it up to where you would stay pretty dry. You can collect water in this garbage bag. You can also collect leaves and use it as a cushion bed. That way you don't feel like you're sleeping directly on the ground. So a garbage bag can come in handy for multiple of different things. These right here are earplugs, and you would put them in each ear to keep bugs from getting in your ear. Now, I wouldn't put them so far in your ear where you cannot hear what's going on around you. In my case, I got a dog, so she's gonna alert me to anything that's around me anyway. I think I got everything. This right here is a, let me show you. So it turns into, it's a carabiner, but it's also a hook. So if I needed to hook my bag up on a tree or something like that, I could while I go through it, keep it up off the ground. This first aid. And the first aid kit, I have band-aids, needles, triple antibiotic, burn cream. I even have an eyedropper. I have medication in the bottom, so you can peel down off in here. So you can throw your medicine in there. I also have some matches in here, and that's just if I needed to sanitize the needle. Let me stop tapping it, because it's probably loud. Oh, and on the outside, I have a tube of Benadryl. So this thing right here is, this is a pill container, and in the inside here, I have Benadryl. And the way I'm able to keep it in there is because it has this ring that keeps it from spilling out. You have a tube of Benadryl. So I'm allergic to wasps, and if I get stung by a wasp, it's game over for me. And that's all. And with this bag, I don't feel like I'm being deprived, because I had a bigger bag, and I was like, could I for 3 days? I could, but I feel like it's going to slow me down. Not only is it going to slow me down, but it's also going to be very uncomfortable for 3 days trying to manage animals and have that heavy pack on my back. So that's why I chose to go with a smaller route. Only thing I feel like I did not put in here that I wanted was a shovel. And I think I could still probably get it in there. I could probably, because it has attachment. Go get it. And I probably could have connected it to the side, but it is pretty heavy. This is a heavy duty shovel. It literally folds out. It has, looking at it, it looks heavy. It is. So that's the only thing that I think that I would actually, and I probably wouldn't even miss the shovel, because the only thing you would do is use it to bury your poop. I probably could live without it. You could use a stick. It might take a little longer, but you can definitely dig a hole with it.
For this week's giveaway, all you would have to do is like, comment, and subscribe. And for the comment section, all you have to do is tell me if you're prepared if something was to happen. Now for what's in my fanny pack.
On the outside of the fanny pack, I have a whistle, and then I have a little more of Benadryl. And in here, I just have like some food, something to snack on. Personalize your fanny pack however you feel like it. It's just whatever you want easy access to. All right, hand soap. And these are just little sheets. They dissolve and you're able to wash your hands with them. This is a urinal, and you would use this to use the restroom. So the women don't have to squat, urinate, standing straight up. Benadryl. I think you should just keep Benadryl on you anyway. Especially since most of your activities are probably going to be outside. You're going to be walking for long distance, probably in wooded areas, heavily pollinated areas. A portable charger, and this one right here has a solar panel on it, so it charges in the sun. I like the fact that it has 4 different ports, and it also has, you see it, the C type. I don't know if you can see that real well, but yes, it has the C. Oh, that's the wrong side anyway. This is the side where it has the C type charger on the end. I was saying when I was showing you guys my bag, I had something in my fanny pack that also will take care of bugs, and that is a mosquito net. And it's for your head. You put it over your head, and you don't have to worry about the mosquitoes getting to you or random bugs just flying in your face. I also have an EpiPen. And the other one, I don't think I can show this. I think I might have sneak peeked it, but anyway, I don't think I can show the other thing on camera. I'm not sure. I've heard you can. I don't even feel like fooling with it. But anyway, my baby, my pea shooter is pew pew pew. Shooter is called Clyde, and he's nationwide. He's always on my side. Yeah, that part. The reason why I like this bag so much is because it had this zip right here. This zip pressed up directly on your body. And I just keep a couple of dollars in here just in case I run across a gas station that may have a generator that is running on, and I can go in and maybe grab a bottle of water that they're definitely going to upsell on because they can't wait to make a profit off of our tragedies. And that is the end. That is everything I have in my fanny pack and my backpack. And you just let me know what you think in the comment section. Oh, I got a quick question real quick. So, say it's a tragedy and the town is in disarray. I may see a deer, right? People are starving in the streets. But what if I see a deer or something? Are all the rules out the door? I'm just asking for a friend. I want to know if I run across a rabbit, can I go pew, 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 you know what I'm saying, without getting in trouble? So anyway, just a thought. Thank you guys for watching, but it's getting late, so I'm going to have to trespass you. I'm going to need you to get off my land. Bye.
Next time on Just Asking for a Friend. On September the 11th, my bathroom series will begin. I will be doing everything from repairing walls to even repairing the floors to fixing fixtures and replacing them.